Have you ever wondered why even two defenders often couldn't stop Michael Jordan? In basketball, a double team is supposed to make a player's life harder, right? But against Jordan, double teams often didn't work. They sometimes made him even stronger. How did he do it? Was it his skill, his mindset, or something else? In this video, we'll explore why double teams rarely worked against Michael Jordan and how his intelligence, agility, and fearless approach made him nearly unstoppable. If you want to see more deep dives into the greatest players in sports history, make sure to subscribe to G.O.A.T Report and hit the like button so you never miss our videos. Early signs of greatness. Even in high school, Michael Jordan showed signs that he could rise above tough defenses. He wasn't always the biggest or strongest player, but what he lacked in size, he made up for with heart, skill, and determination. In fact, as a sophomore, he was famously cut from his varsity basketball team, a moment that could have ended many young players' dreams. But Jordan didn't give up. Instead, he worked harder than anyone, practicing late into the evenings, improving his footwork, agility, and ball handling. His competitive spirit and relentless drive set him apart from his peers. By the time he reached the University of North Carolina, Jordan had already developed the tools to handle pressure and challenge defenders. Coaches and opponents quickly realized that traditional defensive tactics, including double teams, were often not enough to contain his talent and determination. College years. Learning to read defenses. At the University of North Carolina, Michael Jordan developed a deeper understanding of the game under Coach Dean Smith. He didn't just focus on scoring, he learned how to read defenses, noticing how defenders moved, how they reacted to screens, and where gaps opened on the court. In big games, he often faced multiple defenders trying to stop him, including double teams. Instead of letting this pressure slow him down, Jordan improved his decision-making, staying calm and thinking ahead. He realized that a double team wasn't just a challenge, it could be an opportunity. If defenders focused too much on him, a teammate was often left open. Jordan could quickly spot that player and deliver a precise pass, turning defensive pressure into an advantage. This ability to think and act quickly made him nearly unstoppable and laid the foundation for the skills that would define his NBA career. Entering the NBA, the challenge intensifies. When Michael Jordan joined the Chicago Bulls in 1984, the NBA was full of tough defenders. Coaches often used double teams to try to stop the league's best players. But Jordan quickly proved that these tactics didn't work on him. His speed, footwork, and skill let him move around defenders with ease. Double teams often backfired because committing two players to him left someone else open. Jordan could spot these opportunities instantly and pass or create plays for his teammates. This made him nearly impossible to contain and forced opponents to rethink their defensive strategies. Scoring versatility. The key factor. One big reason double teams often failed against Michael Jordan was his scoring versatility. He could score in so many ways: mid-range jumpers, fadeaways, drives to the basket, powerful dunks, and even floaters through heavy traffic. When two defenders focused on him, he could pivot, create space, and still get his shot off. This made defenders face impossible choices. If they stayed on him, he scored. If they tried to leave him to help elsewhere, Jordan would quickly pass to an open teammate for an easy basket. His complete offensive game made trapping him extremely risky. Basketball IQ, thinking ahead. Michael Jordan's basketball IQ was another key reason double teams often failed. He could read defenses, anticipate movements, and quickly spot weaknesses. When defenders tried to trap him, he never panicked. Instead, he stayed calm and analyzed the situation, knowing exactly when to drive, pull up for a shot, or pass to an open teammate. His ability to think two steps ahead turned defensive pressure into opportunity. Double teams, which are supposed to stop a player, often backfired against him. Opponents ended up giving up points instead of preventing them because Jordan's mind was always one move ahead. Fearlessness. Thriving under pressure. Double teams are meant to create pressure, but Michael Jordan thrived under it. While many players might feel trapped or nervous, Jordan saw pressure as an opportunity to shine. He welcomed challenges and often turned them into unforgettable moments on the court. Fans and teammates watched him split double teams with skill and finesse, scoring or assisting in ways that seemed impossible. His fearlessness didn't just help him. It also made it mentally tough for defenders to keep up. Knowing that Jordan could handle anything, opponents often second-guessed their moves, making double teams even less effective against him. Advantage on the court. Michael Jordan's athleticism made double teams even harder to stop. He had an extraordinary mix of speed, strength, and a vertical leap few players could match. He could jump over defenders, change direction instantly, and stay balanced even under heavy contact. This made it extremely difficult for two defenders to trap him effectively. Even when opponents tried to pin him against the baseline or corners, Jordan's agility and body control allowed him to escape and create scoring chances. His physical gifts, combined with skill and intelligence, turned double teams from a defensive strategy into a potential liability for opponents. Off-ball movement. Double teams often leave another player open, and Michael Jordan knew how to use that to his advantage. He had excellent off-ball awareness and always knew where his teammates were on the court. When defenders focused too much on him, Jordan could quickly pass to a teammate in the perfect spot, setting up an easy shot. This skill turned defensive pressure into an offensive opportunity. Because defenders were so focused on stopping Jordan, the Bulls often had open players ready to score. In many cases, double teams backfired, giving Chicago an advantage instead of slowing them down. Conditioning and stamina. Double teaming is very tiring for defenders. They have to move constantly, jump, and react quickly to everything Jordan does. Michael Jordan's conditioning was exceptional, letting him stay full of energy throughout entire games. As the game went on, defenders often became tired, while Jordan remained sharp. In the fourth quarter, when opponents tried to trap him, he used their fatigue to his advantage. He moved faster, shot quicker, and made better decisions. His stamina, combined with skill and intelligence, made double teams even less effective, giving him and the Bulls a huge advantage late in games. Adaptability. Reading situations. Michael Jordan's ability to adapt made double teams almost useless. He didn't rely on just one move, he had a full range of skills. Whether it was a pick and roll, isolation, or fast break, he could adjust instantly. If defenders tried to trap him from the side, he would use spin moves or pull-ups. If they trapped him from the top, he changed speed or direction. His quick thinking and adaptability forced defenses to constantly react instead of control the game. Double teams often failed because Jordan could adjust to any situation in real time. Leadership and team trust. Michael Jordan's leadership made double teams less effective. He trusted his teammates completely and used defensive overcommitment to his advantage. When two defenders focused on him, he knew that Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, or another teammate could make the open shot. By passing to the right player at the right time, Jordan turned defensive pressure into scoring opportunities. This not only created momentum for the Bulls but also frustrated opponents. Double teams often backfired because teams underestimated Jordan's vision and the strength of his team's chemistry, making what was meant to stop him actually work in his favor. Iconic examples. Highlight plays. Throughout his career, Michael Jordan showed time and again why double teams rarely worked on him. Whether it was a clutch shot over multiple defenders, a perfect pass to an open teammate, or a smooth spin move through traffic, he consistently turned pressure into opportunity. Games against the Detroit Pistons, Bad Boys, Patrick Ewing's Knicks, and other top defenders highlighted his ability to handle double teams with skill, intelligence, and grace. These incredible plays became part of his legendary status and changed the way teams planned their defense, showing that even two defenders often weren't enough to stop him. Psychological impact. Double teams often failed against Michael Jordan not just physically but mentally too. Defenders knew that putting two players on him might not stop him and could even make things worse. This created fear and uncertainty, disrupting their defensive plans. Jordan's confidence and calm under pressure made opponents second-guess their rotations and help coverage. Too often, double teams led to mistakes, open shots for his teammates, or unnecessary fouls. Psychologically, he punished defenders for trying to trap him, showing that even the best defensive strategies could backfire against his skill, intelligence, and fearless mindset. Influence on the modern game. Michael Jordan's success against double teams changed the way coaches and players approach defense. Today, teams study his moves to learn about spacing, rotations, and the dangers of overcommitting. Jordan showed that a skilled and intelligent offensive player could turn any defensive strategy into an advantage. His ability to read the game and make quick decisions became a blueprint for future stars. Players like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Dwyane Wade studied Jordan to learn how to handle double teams. His legacy reshaped basketball, influencing not just offense but also how defenses think and adapt. Why double teams still work sometimes. It's important to remember that double teams can work against most players. When two defenders focus on someone without Jordan's skills, it often leads to turnovers or missed shots. What made Michael Jordan different was his unique combination of scoring ability, basketball IQ, athleticism, and fearlessness. Against him, double teams often failed because he could adjust, read the defense, and involve his teammates. This doesn't mean the strategy is useless. Double teams can be effective, but they only succeed if the player being trapped doesn't have the talent, intelligence, and confidence that Jordan had throughout his career. Why was Michael Jordan so hard to stop, even when two defenders focused on him? It wasn't just his talent. It was his intelligence, determination, and fearless mindset. His scoring skills, defensive awareness, and leadership let him turn pressure into opportunity every single time. Jordan didn't just play basketball. He taught the game a lesson that still matters today. If you enjoyed learning why double teams failed against him, make sure to like this video and subscribe to GOAT Report for more stories about the greatest athletes and their unforgettable moments. What other legends should we break down next?